My friends, today I want to work on exercise 135 of my 200 3D CAD models in FreeCAD series. 135 is fairly complex object, so we'll have to be careful here. This length is 34.6 plus 10.2, right? And then on the XY plane, I want to keep it, and let's make it half transparent. So if I don't make it half transparent, the next step is to bring in the axis cross. I won't be able to see that, and that's why I just make it half transparent, just for me to look at this dot, so I can relocate that to the point that I want. Okay, so now let's take a good look at this section. The inside, I can see there are some hollow portion. Let's take this outside first. I want to draw a sketch on XY plane, and then I want to build the outside. Maybe I can build only half of it. And then I'll mirror it over. Okay, so we got half of our sketch done. I'll go ahead and then extrude that. That's a very small extrusion. Okay, we got that. So that's a 1mm shell we just built. Okay, let's go ahead and mirror it over on this side, which is YZ plane. Okay, and I want to make them a fusion. Pretty cool. Now I want to work on this side, which is a 1mm thick wall, and it would be easier to actually use this feature, the sub-object shape binder, which is actually part of a part design workbench, but it also works fine in part workbench. So I pulled it over on a custom toolbar right here. So I select this face and create a binder, and then I create an offset in that binder of 1mm, which is getting outside. So let's place a minus in front, and there it is. We got a binder. Now what I want to do, I want to look at this corner. It doesn't look right, so actually let's hide this and the binder. We can see that's a orthogonal right angle connection there. So we go to binder, and then we find this option of offset join type, and we say intersection. That fixes it. Now we'll have to make 1mm, but outside of this binder. So what I want to do, go back to the original extrude and make that a 2mm fusion. 2mm. Okay, so now we have a 2mm thickness, and I want to take this binder 1mm in the reverse direction. That takes it inside. Now I can go ahead and make a cut, and we get our wall. That was pretty cool. Okay, so two parts done. Third part is to build this cover, which actually we can take help from this sketch that we just drew, the first sketch. So in FreeCAD 0.22 version, there will be a cloning option of sketching. Until that comes up, we'll just have to copy this and place it at an angle at a position of 2, right? And that's actually places it right above what we just built. Okay, so that's one way to do it. And on this sketch, we can go ahead and modify as needed. We can make this a construction geometry and maybe hide this cut. So we want to build this half slot, so it is easier to build the full slot than the half slot. So I'm going to go ahead and build a full slot, right? and then maybe another slot. Okay, so there will be two walls right here, and then they will be joined right at this location. All right, and I'll probably delete these two lines right now and take this one, make it coincident, maybe make these on this axis and take this one and these two coincident. Let's do the same thing on this side. All right, and now all we have to do is apply some radius. The first one is 5, the next one I'm guessing it's 6. All right, and the height, so the distance between these two is 10, 10 and 15, so that makes 35. Righty, we get that sketch, and now right here, okay, so now there is a problem, so we'll have to use this sketch 2 times to actually build our cover. The first one, so we build this, I'm going to go ahead and then paste it. So the first one, it will be only this inside. I'm going to take all the outside and make them construction geometry. So that's our first sketch, right? I can extrude that for 6 millimeter minus 2, 3. So that would be 3 millimeter, or maybe 4, I don't know. Okay, so that's our border. The next one, the other sketch that we just hid, on this one I'll have to make this. Okay, let's bring the section view on and make this dot. So this line, and this line, will have to make those construction geometry and then extrude that for 1 whole millimeter. But that did not work. Okay, so what do we have here? Should be a full sketch, but it's not working. Let's extrude that for 1 millimeter. Nope, there is a misconnection somewhere. Let's go ahead and find that. So I want to open that sketch up in Sketcher Workbench, and then I'm going to say validate sketch, and here I want to highlight troublesome vertices. I can see there are some two issues here, so let's go back, and here I don't see any problem. So normally I want to delete that and see if there's a okay. Yep, deleting that part helped. Now I can go ahead and extrude that for 1 millimeter. That worked. Okay, now we have this cover, we have the wall on this one. These two I can make them a fusion and then mirror it over on YZ plane. Cool. And maybe fusion them over. And finally place these two together, and that's our object with, I think this would be a fillet of 1 millimeter. And that's it. That is it. Well, it took me a minute to actually build it. I hope you liked it. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.